So on the dividend news, we do have 5 companies that did hike their dividend this past week. So I'm going to go through them real quick because I'm not feeling the best. But you'll see here, guys, the first one is HP, which announced a 4.8% dividend hike, marking 13 years of dividend growth. The dividend yield currently is at 4.2%. The other one on the list is A.O. Smith Corporation, which just announced a 7% increase, which is a quarterly dividend rate of 32 cents per share now. The next one we do have here, guys, is Thor Industries, hiked its dividend by 7% to 48 cents per share, which is now 45 cents. And the second to last one is Maximus, which hiked its dividend by 7.1%. And the last one we do have here, guys, is Northwest Natural Holdings Company, has hiked its quarterly dividend to 48.75 cents per share, which marks its 68 consecutive years of dividend growth. What's up, everybody? This is Antonio here to bring you episode 208 of the portfolio update. So you guys already know it's Sunday. It's time to go over the portfolio, what we bought, what we sold, what dividends came in, what options we placed. We actually placed some options that we actually ended up losing money technically, but if you do the math, we actually went up in price because we had a roll. But in this episode, guys, I will also be going over a requested video from one of my subscribers, and that is how much have I been actually contributing to the portfolio in 2023. So far we'll pull up the numbers. I'll break it down to you by the year of how much we've contributed so far, then we'll break it down by weekly, and we'll break it down by averagely on monthly. So I'll show you guys all that. But anyways, guys, you'll see that every single week we come back, and this is a script, or I guess this is our averagely monthly dividend income. So our portfolio is technically averaging about $361.85 per month now. We're trying to get this to about $375 to about $400 by the end of the year. I think we'll probably achieve that. We don't know yet, but I'm going to try to work hard in doing that. Our major goal for 2023 was 325, so we definitely surpassed it. We've been working hard on this, but yeah, by the end of the video we should see this much higher, because every single week, guys, we dollar cost average into the portfolio no matter what the portfolio is doing. But if we look here at the annual dividends so far for 2023, we're at $2,857.20, guys. We're working on the last quarter for the year, and this should bring it way higher, so it'll be definitely exciting there. On the quarterly dividends, we do have you can see kind of like a staircase. It's going up and up. It's growing over time. So imagine 3, 5, 10 years from now what we're going to be projecting, or how much we're going to be generating. Last quarter we generated $1,031.04. We basically made in the last quarter what we made in all of 2019. So if I show you guys here, this is the yearly. So I started investing back in 2019, or I guess January of 2019. In the full 12 months I made $779. And then we can see over here, guys, on the quarterly, that in one quarter, in 3 months now, I am making what I made back in 2019. So really cool to see. Definitely can't wait to see what the future holds there on the dividend compounding. And then if we look here at the options income as well, you'll see that we do have about October now, we're down about $801.68 in the negative, which that's okay because we rolled up. But if we look at the rate of return here, we are down now, which is a 2.09% on that. And then if I show you guys here the goals that we do have, because remember, every week we try to stay focused. We look at these goals so that we can continue to try to achieve them before the end of the year. But the first goal is not related to the dividend growth portfolio. It's more towards my channel, but that is to reach 20,000 subscriber mark. So if you guys are new to the channel, consider subscribing with that notification as well. If you wouldn't mind dropping a big thumbs up on the video, definitely goes a long way. And then goal number 2, guys, we've already achieved it. We made a new goal because we hit this goal way early on. So we went ahead and did $375 to about $400 per month on average. So that'll be pretty interesting there. Goal number 3 is to reach about $118,000 invested of my own money. If we look right here, guys, we're finally at $117,001, so we have about roughly $999 left to go, and we'll hit that goal. And then if we look at goal number 4 is to dollar cost average $100 every single week at a minimum, no matter what the portfolio is doing, what the market's doing, and that's what we're doing. Goal number 5 is to drip an additional $100. Is if a company is about to go X dividend date, I will buy $100 worth of that company before it hits the X dividend date, and then we'll collect the dividend for that quarter, and hopefully that small little crumbs do drip a little bit more, and in the long term that those little crumbs do compound much faster. And then right here we'll see that goal number 6 is to reach $400 per month averaging in selling options. I'm not sure if we'll actually hit this goal because we continue to roll up, and it costs us some capital to do that. But you'll see here on goal number 7 is to reach 1,000 shares of SCHD. You guys already know I do have a goal, or I guess I have a plan for that. I'm executing. We'll see if we do get assigned, but there's an easy plan. If worst case that happens, I'm still generating money if we don't achieve the 1,000 shares of SCHD. We'll eventually achieve it, but if I show you guys here on the dividend payout, this is actually a script I do have. It just shows all the companies in my portfolio, what dividends are coming up. So you'll see here that JP Morgan is actually going to be paying us on the 31st of October, which they did go X dividend date on October 5th, and they did give us a dividend raise. And then you'll see we'll be starting Starbucks on November, and Microsoft, and we'll kick it off later in the video. We'll see if any other companies in my portfolio announce dividends. I believe the Lockheed Martin one should be popping up soon. And then if I show you guys here on the options, you'll see that so far for the year we're now down at $2,446.20 in total profit, because of the amount of negative losses I've taken here, and that's just okay because we're still in the positive. And yeah, we can go ahead and actually start up with the portfolio, guys. So as you'll see here, the portfolio is at $210,018.85, which is about $507.91 in the green, which is a 0.24% on the day change. On the 2-year change, this is at $21,908.61, which is about 11.65%. If we look here at the positions, this is going to tell us a little bit more. You'll see that on the capital gains, we're at $50,660.17, which is about 31.94% in capital appreciation that we have not taken yet. You'll see that our cash balance is actually getting low now. We're at $739.48. That is because I did have to roll this past week, so we're depleting this, but we're continuing to dollar cost average into their portfolio, continue to contribute more money into it. And then if we look here, you'll see that I do have 2 covered calls on Apple. This is the one that I did pay to roll up, but now we're at $155 strike price, so we went up by about $5, and this won't expire till November 10th 2023, so roughly about a month away from now. And we went up about $5, so even though we paid about $400 per contract, which is about $800 is what we spent, we're in the positive by about $200 if my shares were to get sold at $155. But if they don't, then I'm still out of that money, but it'll give us the ability to sell more covered calls. And then you'll see here that we do have Microsoft, which this one's actually going to be expiring this Friday on the 20th, and then we're gonna have to roll this one up. And then I do have 2 other stocks or positions that I have over 100 shares, so I need to start selling some covered calls, start generating some premium there, because those little crumbs do add up, guys. They will in the long term. And then if we look at here, we do have SCHD, roughly about 715 shares of SCHD. That means we have about 285 shares to go more before we achieve our goal. But you'll see here that I do have the 3 cash secured puts on SCHD that will actually be expiring this coming Friday on the 20th of February. I'm not even sure why I said February, but October, and at a $70 strike price. So as long as SCHD does not close below $70 on the 20th, I will get to just keep the premium of $43.02, and I will get to keep my money because if SCHD closes below $70, then I will actually get assigned 300 shares, because one contract controls 100 shares, so I have 3 of those. So I would have to purchase SCHD or 300 shares of SCHD at $70 strike price, which that is okay for me because I plan to hold these ETFs, these stocks, these positions for the long term. So it's a win-win there. If I don't get assigned, then I will place some more cash secured puts and collect premium as well. But if we look here, guys, we also have 7 covered calls at $77 strike price that also expires next week. So as long as SCHD doesn't close above $77 on the 20th, I will get to keep my 700 shares there. And we also get to keep the premium of $23.36. This little amount, I'm able to buy more shares of SCHD, so it's definitely contributing. We also have SNSXX, which is the Schwab US Treasury Money Investor, have roughly about $22,000 in this one. We're collecting about almost a 5%, I believe, on this amount. Every month we're making about $70 something, so it's almost able to buy a full share of SCHD. So it's definitely great to see, and we're going to continue doing that. If the cash secured puts do get assigned, I'll probably sell out of this. So that's the plan. And if I show you guys here on the performance, you can kind of see that we are up by $11,218.47. So we've been slowly going up in the portfolio, so it's great to see. And then on the rate of return, we're at 5.60%, which is great to see as well. If we look at the investment income, we're actually projected to make $5,493.22 in the next 12 months. I believe this includes the actual interest payments from the $22,000 I've invested there, but I don't have that in my Google Sheets to account for that. But you'll see here that actually averages out about $457.77 per month on average. And then November, we're kind of projected to make about $174. And then for December, it's going to be a juicy one, $853.36. It could actually be more if I do get assigned those shares of SCHD, because they haven't gone ex-dividend date. But if we go over here to history, guys, I can kind of show you what we did this past week. I wasn't very too active. I've been actually pretty not feeling the best here this past week, and haven't been able to really focus on my portfolio. And but anyways, if you'll see here, we do have it to start from the 8th of October all the way till the 15th of October. And you'll see that if we go to the bottom, you'll see that on the 10th of October, we did actually get the Altria dividend, which they paid us $144.44, guys. That's a juicy dividend there. On the 11th, though, Altria did drip this amount, and it bought 3.38 shares of Altria at about $42 strike price, or I guess $42.68. And then on the 12th, guys, we did actually transfer $100 to try to continue to focus on the goal of continuing the dollar cost average into the portfolio, no matter what it's doing. And then on the 12th, guys, we actually did a buy. So I went ahead and bought 2 shares of SCHD at a strike price of $70.20, spending about $140.40. And then here, guys, on the 13th, that Friday, I did end up having to roll my covered calls that were expiring. So on the 13th, I did a buy to close. We bought back the Apple covered calls we had that were at $150 strike price that expired on the 13th of October. That was 2 of those. We paid about $5,918.32. And then we did a sell to open on that same roll. It was a 2-legged option trade there. So we actually moved up to $155. We did a sell to open, and this one will expire on November 10th, 2023. We actually did 2 of these. So we paid about $5,000, or they paid us $5,116.64. So the difference is what I paid, since this is a higher number on the negative side, and we did pay, but that's okay because we did move up by $5 strike price. So technically we made about $200 or so, but yeah, this is actually all I did this week on the history. Let's go ahead and click the calculate dividends, so see how much we made in passive income, guys, for doing absolutely nothing. So we made $144.44, and that is because of the Altria dividend. And as you guys saw, that it dripped again, so next quarter it'll be a lot higher, and that compounding just continues to go on and on. But let's go ahead and that way I can show you guys what we actually have been contributing in the total year of 2023 so far. So let's go ahead and jump over to the Google Sheets so I can show you that. Alright guys, so we're at the Google Sheets. I'm at the place where I keep track of all my contributions into the portfolio, the money that I'm putting into the portfolio. So you'll see here that this actually shows you the total invested. I have a thing that filters out, so I basically, every time I put money into the portfolio, I add it, and that way I can sum it up at the end, so that way I can kind of know how much I've been contributing. But you'll see here that I also have a thing that just, all it does is go through here and look at the dates and adds up the stuff for us. So I'm actually going to change this to be January 1st, 2023, because that's going to be the first day that we started contributing for 2023, or I guess, you know, that's when we want to account for it. And today is the 15th, so I'm going to go ahead and change this to 2023, and this should tell us how much we've contributed so far on the yearly, or up to date now, which is $6,980 is what we've contributed so far from January all the way till today. And we still have a bit more to go. We have a couple more months. But if I show you guys here the breakdown, let me pull this up. You'll see that, of course, total contributed so far has been $6,980. If we break that down, we're actually on week 41 of the year of 2023, which if I do take that into account, so all I did was take this total contributed yet divided by 41, because we're week 41, and that means that we're averaging about $170.24 is kind of what I'm contributing so far. On average, of course. On the monthly, you'll see that we're kind of on average, we're contributing about $698 monthly, which is very, very good. I actually need to step it up some, but that's what one of my subscribers kind of wanted to see, how much I've been contributing. Hopefully this helps. Let me know other things that you guys want to see. Definitely would love to do these type of videos. I'm actually gonna maybe have even more time going forward, so I still owe you that video for covered calls and options in general, so I will be getting to that eventually, and I'll get that for you guys out. But yeah, we're contributing close to about $700 monthly, and $170 weekly if you wanted to see that there. But you'll see here, guys, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up the video. We're gonna kick off these scripts soon, so I already have this copy over here so we can kind of see the difference. But if we look here on the options premium, again, for the month of October, we're actually in the negative right now by $801.68, and then of course the rate of return is now lower at 2.09%. And then if we look at the options side, you'll see that for this week we actually lost about $801.68. The first week we didn't make any money. We still have 2 more weeks, so I need to actually start selling some covered calls so we can generate some premium there. And then we still have 2 more months, so we'll see where we end up, see if we even achieve that goal. But if we go here to dividend payout, we can kick off these scripts, see if Lockheed Martin pops up. So we'll go here to portfolio tools, get latest dividends. I have all these scripts available for free, guys. All I ask in return is that you're subscribed with that notification and drop a big thumbs up on my videos. Looks like Lockheed Martin did get picked up, guys. They did do a dividend raise of 5%, I believe, last week. So that's going to help with the dividend snowball compounding, and definitely love seeing that. Gotta love passive income at its best, guys. But well, let's go ahead and jump over here to settings. We'll go ahead and get rid of this, and let's go ahead and jump over to Empower so we can grab the latest version of our portfolio that contains all the purchases we made this past week. So I'll see you guys over there. Alright guys, so we're at Empower on my Schwab account. Let's go ahead and click on this copy holdings button. You'll see it. All it does is copies the content of my portfolio into the clipboard, which we can jump right back to the Google Sheets, click paste special values only, and then we are good to go. If we go here to holdings, this is actually an old snapshot from last week. What will happen is if I go to portfolio tools, update portfolio holdings, this will get deleted, and it'll parse out the new stuff we just pasted. So let's go ahead and do that. And there it goes, guys. So let's go ahead and jump over here to the dashboard. You'll see everything's being calculated, and if we look, guys, on the dividend yield, it's at 2.09% compared to last week of 2.10%, which the portfolio did go up in value, so I would expect that. On the yield on cost, we actually did go up to 2.76% compared to 2.74%. That is probably because of Altria averaging down with the drip, as well buying my lower cost bases on SCHD and also the Lockheed Martin dividend. So very cool to see. On the yearly, we're projected to make $4,380.29. So we did go quite up a bit. What about $38 or so? And then on the monthly, we are now projected to make $365.02, guys. We're about $10 away from our goal of $375. So definitely very cool to see. We did jump up a bit, and I believe that is because, of course, Lockheed Martin and Altria, they're helping that up. And then on the weekly, we're projected to make about $84.24 compared to $83.50 last week. So we did go up quite a bit there. On the daily now, we're making 10 more pennies, so we're making about $12 a day now. Very cool to see. Hourly, we're still making 50 cents every single hour. But guys, on the hourly work wage, this is if our portfolio was to go work a 40-hour work week, they would be making a average or a payment of $2.11 per hour. So very cool to see there. We went up about 2 pennies because last week it was only generating about $2.09. So they did get a huge raise there. I guess they're doing such a great job. We're gonna eventually try to get this to minimum wage. We'll see how long that takes, but yeah, this is actually all I have for you guys. Don't forget to subscribe with that notification. Help me reach that 20,000 subscriber mark as well. Drop a big thumbs up on the video. Costs you nothing, helps out the channel a lot, and definitely keeps me motivated to make these videos. If you stuck all the way to the very end, go ahead and drop a hashtag DCA, because we're continuing to dollar cost average into the portfolio no matter what. You guys see that we're kind of almost averaging about $700 per month on contributions of my own money that I do go out and have a 9-to-5 job, and I'm turning that active income into passive income, where my portfolio is working for me at this point now. So very cool to see. Let me know in the comment section how much you guys are contributing on a monthly or weekly basis. Definitely would love to know, and I will talk to you guys later. Take care, stay safe out there. Bye guys.